Hi friends, welcome back to the house for another drink. This one is extremely special.
Why?
Well, you of all people know that I didn't come back from our honeymoon in Ireland empty-handed.
This is true.
The Drumshanbo Galánta is just one of many whiskeys that I decided that, hey, we kind of need this in our lives at home in America.
And you, or at least those of you that participated in our polling, actually helped decide which of the haul that we brought back we were going to review first.
And we didn't give you all of them. We only gave you 4 choices.
Only what YouTube would allow me. So, thank you if you voted on this. And hey, if you want to be a part of what we review next, be sure to look out for those polls because we've got a lot and we can't decide. So you have to help us. And this came in first place very easily compared to the other options.
Comes in a shiny box.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the shiny box.
Yeah, it looks like gold.
It does, like copper, actually. Looks like the copper stills.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that until just now. So.
Everyone loves shiny things.
So we are going to walk through a brief little history about this and get into it. I'll tell you, Dana is a huge fan of their gin. I've seen it on our bar a number of times. So when we saw this, we felt that we definitely needed to go ahead and pick it up.
I knew I was coming home with Drumshanbo whiskey. I did not know which Drumshanbo whiskey I was coming home with.
Yeah. And it's not available to us here.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
It's not in Ohio.
Yeah, at least not in Ohio. Okay, good. So Drumshanbo Galánta comes from the Shed Distillery, and they are actually in the town of Drumshanbo, of course, overlooking Loch Allen in County Leitrim, where during the winter solstice of 2014, they began running the stills. Now, Galánta is commonly defined as meaning bravery or excellence. So that's a good start to it.
Mm-hmm.
And stated on the bottle is excellence through courage. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
It's a really cool bottle.
Yep, it is. Now, Patrick J. Rigney, his wife Denise, and their team of distillers actually brought whiskey distilling back to Connacht after a break of 101 years. That is a long damn time.
It is a long time, and anybody familiar with the ins and outs of Irish whiskey may recognize that region because there actually is a whiskey label, Connacht whiskey, and that distillery actually started distilling after the Shed. So the Shed was the first one to break that hiatus in that entire province.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It really is.
Yeah, so they could say, we were here first. You can keep the name, I guess. So the Shed has a pretty unique and cool setup. So they have 7 stills, all right? 3 pot stills, which are dedicated to whiskey, and then you have 2 pot stills that are dedicated for gin, and then 2 column stills for vodka. So quite the spread that they've got there.
Pretty big spread. When you think about it from a sense of making money, Irish whiskey takes time. You don't just run the still and then boom, you have Irish whiskey. So it's common practice. We've seen it here in the States where whiskey distilleries will get up and running doing vodka or gin and then ease into their whiskey when it's age appropriate.
Yep. Now, PJ is nothing but imaginative, if I can get the word out of my mouth.
Imagine it first.
Imagine the word imaginative. That does not work for me. Imaginative. Let's just slow the speech down a little bit, Art. There we go. So, with the gin having a blend of Asian and Irish botanicals, and vodka is actually made from African and Irish grains. Quite the combo there.
Very awesome combo, I think.
Yeah,
Very
clearly
unique.
it works.
Yep. So, in addition to their single pot still whiskey, the Shed has 2 special releases of their single malt Galánta whiskey using malted barley, as you do with a single grain. Both the 2021 and 2022 releases were aged in single-use Kentucky bourbon barrels. Woo! So there's limited supply on both of these releases, 2021 and 2022. Ours is 2022. And while there's not an age statement printed anywhere, online or on the box or on the bottle, we know that this whiskey is going to be anywhere between 3 and 8 years old. 3 being the minimum to be allowed to be called Irish whiskey, and 8 being the maximum given the age of the distillery. So, Drumshanbo Galánta promises a nose of golden caramel with wood-filled nuts and roasted coffee.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
a palate comprising of honey, roasted nuts, hints of that sweet apple that Irish whiskey is known for, and then a warm spice at the end. Transitioning into your finish, of course, which is going to be elegant and lingering, dancing in between that pot spice and sweetness.
Just kind of imagining the dancing in my mouth there.
Oh, I can't wait till it dances in my mouth.
That's what she said.
You. Dirty.
All right, let's open up this copper box here. It's almost
It's almost like a puzzle box.
yeah, it's almost like a puzzle box with all the different layers in it.
And I don't know if Art did this, but I opened the box earlier just to make sure that I knew how.
Oh, I did too. Yeah. There's no question.
And you can see that it's actually really, really light in color. You remove it from that copper lined box and it's just, it's very, very light in color. Very, very pretty bottle.
Yep.
Easy to untap like this.
I mean, and you can already tell it's got real cork. Lid is wood with a metal ring around it. The Shed Distillery in the metal tab or metal ring.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very pretty. Okay. I might say that those are very heavy pours, dear.
There's a reason for that, dear. 2 reasons. There's a multitude of reasons.
It keeps growing.
Well, one reason is I'm anticipating quite a magnificent deliciousness. Second reason is, we've had a long weekend of really hard automotive work.
We have. We are due this, for sure. Oh, very sweet. I'm trying to... So I don't get any of the roasted coffee on my nose.
Mm-mm.
But I do get...
Oh, actually, I just got it.
Did you just get it? I do get a lot of the
very
caramel
faint.
smell. A lot of the wood smell. It's very nice on the nose.
Very nice. Very.
Very.
Very nice. Too excited.
Cheers. wow.
That's quite spicy.
It is. It is very much like it says on the palate, a warm spice at the end. Almost like something that you would sip on that's warm on a cold night, you know, or by the fire outside camping. It is a nice, warm, spiced, almost like cider, because I can kind of see where the apple comes into play. This is unique. Incredibly unique flavor from all the whiskeys that we've had.
Absolutely. It's got that honey sweetness, that hint of apple.
Yeah, the apple is really there.
I don't pick up too much on the roasted nuts, but the spiciness I absolutely pick up when it comes to that warm spice. This is a very good whiskey. It's no surprise that its price point, if you're paying that, you're going to pay probably about 120 euros. Like us, Americans, who don't have to pay that, it's about 95.
Yeah, a little bit outside of what we normally pay. But considering the uniqueness and the rarity for us to be able to get it here, it's one of those special purchases. And I'll tell you, if you like the notes that we said that comes along with this, it's worth the purchase. It is very good.
It's smooth, like a very quality Irish whiskey, but it has that spiciness to it that I think doesn't come along with all of the Irish whiskeys that we've been tasting.
Up to now, this is the best one that I've had.
Yee.
Yeah, this is really good.
Got my money's worth.
Indeed. Yes. Very good find.
So here's to the other 10 Irish whiskeys that we brought back.
Yeah. And to the hopes that they are all better than this one.
At least as good.
All right, I'll take at least as good.
At least as good.
Yes. This is really setting the bar high for this journey that we're going on with these.
You know, this is what happens when you put it to voting. Sometimes they vote for the best first.
True. Very true. So let us know if you've seen this out in the area where you're at, or have you had the 2021 by chance?
Even the Drumshanbo single pot still whiskey. I mean, that one's still on my to-do list.
Yeah, that's not what we have here. So it would be nice to compare that.
It would be.
To see.
The single pot still uses a blend of grains, so it's going to have a completely different flavor profile than this Galánta.
Yeah, I'd love to try side by side. Right below my mind. Just like the makers side by sides and
place another international order. That's what I heard.
Stop. That's not what you heard. Maybe we'll save a little bit of this and we go through everything else, and then when it's time to think, okay, what are we going to replace with? Then we can look at that.
And then I'll add the vodka to the cart too, so we can give that a taste. I'm really curious how the African element changes it.
Yeah.
Their gin is fantastic. Their single malt is fantastic.
Yeah, but vodka, it's just, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Thank you for those who voted. We'll put another poll up shortly.
Yep. So please let us know what you choose. Some of the options will be left over from the last poll, because clearly we want to know how they rank for the next items. And I will make sure that I put in the comments what it is, because I've noticed that next to the pictures there is a character limitation, and I can't put everything about that particular bottle in the title. So in the poll information, I'll list exactly what those bottles are, so you can help us once again decide on what we're going to do on our next Irish journey.
Maybe it'll be a gin.
Maybe. We do have some cool ones. Some really cool ones. So we'll have to try those for sure.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you. Stay safe. Take care. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.
So good.
It really is.
You're welcome for your heavy pour.
Yeah, thank you.